Breathwork changed my life, now I'll help you change yours. In 2013, my world was turned upside down when my partner was murdered. I was thrown into grief, a place I never expected to be. The last decade plus has been a journey of healing, learning what works and what doesn't. Also how to rebuild from the darkest of places. I founded Vidya Breathwork, a method designed to make healing simple and accessible, and now I train facilitators to share this transformative practice globally. Welcome to The Dark Side with Verity, the podcast where we get real about transformation, growth, and stepping into your strength. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back. Let's take our breath. As always, the deepest one for today. Close your eyes or eyes soft if you're on your walk or driving, and take a big inhale. And I want you to let it go. I want you to tune into your body, finding a breath that's easy and natural right now. And just allowing you to be in the present moment where your focus is just your breath. And you also start to become aware of your physical body, your emotional body, and your energetic body. Like, where is your battery at? Being able to tune into our body is a big deal. This is something that is required each day. As soon as you wake up, as soon as you open your eyes in bed, close them back down again and just tune into your physical body. Because if you wake up and you pick up your phone and turn your alarm off, or then you start scrolling, like, you haven't even lived yet. And you're already trying to live somebody else's life or compare your life, even worse. To me, that's wild. And there's no judgment around this because, like, it happens. But from here on out, I want you to make a conscious effort so that you'll first tune in, you're checking into your own system and not your mobile phone and not somebody else's life. Because your body will give you all the answers you need. Wild, I know. It requires you to pause, be still, and maybe it's one breath like we just did. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 10. One of the most beautiful practices I have in my app is called Release, and I think it's 8 minutes. You pop it on and you scan through your body and you breathe into any tension or tightness within the body. You will be amazed at what comes through, because we store so much of our emotions or tension or frustrations in our body. And as soon as we're able to become aware of it, we're able to release it. And that is power. That's why today I want to talk about why trauma-informed facilitation is a non-negotiable. Because if we all walked around like robots and on autopilot, we could all show up and do a breathwork session and be like, yep, fine, cool, that was good. But what happens when you start to release? What happens if you're holding space for someone and they cry in front of you? What if they panic? What if you don't know what to do? And yes, I'm talking about facilitators, but this is also in life too. If your friend is having a big breakdown and you don't know how to support them in a way that, one, is healthy for you and then healthy for them. Okay, if we all tune into our nervous system, we have this thing called neuroception. Think of it as your body's automatic scan. It happens without you thinking, and it decides, am I safe? Am I in danger? Is this life-threatening? So if someone is having a big release or a big breakdown in front of you, automatically your body is going to go into this without a conscious thought. The breath, the tone of voice, their facial cues, the environment, like everything feeds into this. Okay, so you want some examples? So imagine you're walking down a street at night and you hear footsteps behind you. Your body tenses before your mind even thinks. Like, that is neuroception. Perhaps you meet someone new and within seconds your body feels more at ease. Or perhaps it's the opposite and it feels guarded. Before words are exchanged, like that's the energy. Or, like I started with, you're scrolling on social media and your nervous system can just shift by seeing a stressed tone or an aggressive comment, or someone has laughed at your video. And so when it comes to a facilitator, if you're a facilitator and you speak harshly or too fast, the client's neuroception may register danger and then their body shuts down. So perhaps you've worked so much on building trust with your client and then your tone of voice changes and you panic because you need to explain all the things and you talk really fast and then they go, because that's a trigger for them. The other thing is eye contact and presence. So when someone looks at you in the eye with groundedness and presence, you feel safe. And that tells your body, like your breath starts to slow down, you breathe into your belly, your body starts to soften, your shoulders relax, your jaw relax, and everything slows. And your body registers that this is a safe person. The other thing is like environments. I always know if someone's playing a song and I feel my body tense and all of a sudden I'm like this and the song changes, everything relaxes and goes back down. Same if you walk into a space and the lights are bright or it's cold, your body won't drop into a space of healing. So it's often, if you're going to a session or with someone, there won't be bright lights. It's a soft, ambient space. And we can all create that in our homes, in our bedroom. Or I love that Instagram reel where it's like there's one rule in our house and it's no bright lights. Our body is a security guard. It's always scanning the crowd for signs of safety or danger. So whether you're telling it to or not, it's happening. Why this matters for breathwork is that people can't actually heal if their neuroception is signaling to them unsafe. And as a facilitator, it's your job to send safe signals. And so this is why it's important to talk, to film yourself, to understand how you come across as a person holding space. It's like having a phone voice or a meditation voice. So it's your voice. It's how you breathe as a facilitator. And also as a best friend, if your friend is going through something and they're trying to tell you this big thing and you're like, oh, yep, late, got to go somewhere, they're going to feel that you're not there for them or holding space. So your breath matters, the pace at which you speak, the environment of which you create, and how grounded your energy is. This is why trauma-informed facilitation is with the nervous system, because you guide the nervous system into safety before you asked it to go deep. I'm sure you can all think of moments where there's somebody in your life and you already know before you walk into the room, because your body started to tense. You start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Even though nothing bad is happening, that is your body signaling to you that it remembers something that feels unsafe. And that's neuroception. So the reality with these things is that they happen in every space where breathwork goes deep. The nervous system will respond when safety isn't anchored into the body first. This is why I teach the daily practice, because it's a combination of, which I consider two of the most important breaths. Learning how to belly breathe, so at any point you can bring your own body down, your nervous system into the parasympathetic, into safety. And then practicing a deep, conscious connected breath, sympathetic breath, so that your body doesn't switch on these receptors, telling it that it's unsafe. Quite often, if people have never experienced tetany before, when you've done a lot of breathes, tetany can become this like beautiful experience where your physical body is talking to you, that you're holding on to past feelings, emotions that you don't need to anymore. It's your body spiritually signaling to you that you're clinging or grasping to something that's not serving you. And this is where you step into the realm of self-healing, because you talk to your body, you decide whether you're ready to let it go. If somebody has never experienced that before, people can have an experience of tetany. When I say tetany, it's like T-Rex hands or chicken fingers. It's like your body has a mind of its own, and they'll start to create cool shapes, or it'll feel heavy. Sometimes it can feel painful. To me, now I love it. I've done so many breathes. This is where I get to find something I haven't dealt with. It is your body giving you evidence. But if you haven't felt it before, some people can go into a panic because there's this feeling, this sensation. It's super weird in your body. And if it's new, your body can trigger, oh my gosh, what if this never goes back? Because it feels weird. Your hands are in like a really clenched up shape. And some people can panic even more mid-breathe. When that has happened, and I've been training people, the facilitator remains grounded. And they breathe into their belly. And all they need to do is tell their client to breathe into their belly. So instantly, the client will start to feel more relaxed. And this is where tone comes in, because you have to be quite stern, but also calm and grounded. In through the nose, let the belly rise, and then slowly out through the mouth. You want your client to come back the safest, fastest way possible, especially if they're having a panic attack. And then they will start to feel the sensations of the tetany releasing, because they're bringing oxygen back into the body. That is the difference between safe and unsafe. If someone is not experienced and safety is not a priority and they're facilitating, maybe they're like, yep, keep going through. You're like midway through a breakthrough. No, no, different. It's very different. So understanding trauma and how it shows up for people is really important, because this work isn't about hard and fast rules of getting it done quickly and having the most painful experience possible. No, it's about the opposite. It's learning to love your body and trusting your body so that it feels safe at every point, because then you slowly release layers. And this is where a true facilitator isn't just guiding the breath. They could stand up there and be like, big inhales. They could keep prompting all the clients to breathe. But in reality, they're holding a container where healing happens. And this requires a deep understanding of what each and every participant is going through. Like, that's when it transforms into embodied leadership. You read the room, you understand who needs attention first, or you're reading your client, or you're reading your best friend. This is about co-regulation and safety cues, and why being grounded is vital. These days, there are so many different letters that contribute to ways that our brain work or our mental health. All of them require you to learn this technique. And while it may take more time for others, having letters or a spicy brain is even more reason for you to understand this. Because if you can teach your kids, your friends, everyone how easy it is to co-regulate, and that can be with giving your kids a hug, giving anyone a hug, playing with puppies, going for a walk, eye contact, the tone of your voice, a hug, whatever it is. There's so many different ways to co-regulate, but knowing what you're good at and what yours are, so that you can help your clients, but you can also help your loved ones. This whole practice is about the ripple effect of everybody understanding themselves and feeling a bit better, right? Because when we're in situations that feel unsafe, one, we want our body to give us signals when it actually is unsafe. But when it's from past situations or traumas or overthinking in our brain, this is where this will come into play. Because you don't want to be stepping on eggshells all the time and living in fear. Because everybody's fearful, but you want to have a bit of healthy fear because you want to experience new things and do new things and say yes to great opportunities. So you want to teach your body to become resilient. And this also, if you're a mum, I say this because I have chats with some of my friends. When their kids are growing up and school, I guess growing up now is maybe a little bit tougher than in regards to social media, because like I was already out of school by the time that really kind of became a thing. But now showing up on social media or posting a picture of yourself when you're a young girl, you need to be resilient. Even me posting videos and people comment rude things, you've got to be very grounded in yourself. Otherwise, people's judgments of you can eat you up. I listened to this in my meditation this morning. Anyone who judges you is trying to control you. And to me, I don't judge anyone. I've probably done worse stuff. I think compassion is the way forward. Wouldn't you want to help people bring awareness to things rather than just judge them? And the sad part is if people are judging you, they're actually judging themselves probably 10, 20 times harder. And so life is going to be way harder for them. So I guess all we can do is give them compassion back by training our nervous system to be resilient. So if you want to become a space holder, a facilitator, someone who just creates safety and transformation and no harm, that's what we teach and train in Vidya, because everybody's experienced their own version of trauma, and some can be quite extreme. And when people feel safe with you, they will tell you their stories, what's happened to them, and we need to be well equipped to be able to support people. Then nothing's a shock. Then nothing's going to eat away at us. And we can actually help those people by having awareness. It's the same with death. People get weirded out talking about it only because they don't know how to support people through the process. And all of this stuff, there's no wrong or right. It's you just being brave and finding a way to navigate your way through it and being bumpy, because people would prefer you to give it a go rather than avoiding them. Trust me. Amazing. Thank you guys. We've come to the conclusion of this episode about why trauma-informed facilitators are necessary in this world. Whether you're a friend, a partner, parent, or whether you actually want to be a facilitator, all of this is really important. It just means we'll all be a little more understanding as people are moving through their own processes. Beautiful. Have the best day. Take care. That's a wrap for this episode of The Dark Side with Verity. I trust it's given you clarity, sparked awareness, and allowed you to breathe a little deeper, plus a little takeaway to integrate into your life. If this has resonated, I'd love you to leave a 5-star review, of course. More importantly, I would love you to share this with someone who's on their journey and needs a little bit of assistance. Come hang out with me over at Instagram at VerityJoCoonan or The Dark Side with Verity, or start to explore Vidya Breathwork at verityjocoonan.co. Until next time, breathe deep, trust the process, and keep expanding. Much love.